Who would you have a cup of coffee with? I ask myself this all the time. I'm fascinated by business and leadership. I'm Kara Jorvig, and this is Coffee with Kara. Join me as we chat with big names in business and just get to see a different side of their personalities. Welcome to the first episode of Coffee with Kara. I'm here this morning with KLN Family Brands President, Charlie Nelson. Thanks for being here, Charlie.
Kara, thanks for the invitation, and it's been fun visiting with you a little bit, and I'm excited about it. Thank you.
Start off, tell me a little bit about you.
So Kara, I'm from Perham and living back in Perham, so kind of been a full circle here the last few years. Graduated from Perham High School, went on to the University of Minnesota, worked for Merrill Lynch for a period of time as well, and joined our family business about 16 years ago now. Led me back to Perham, and now I'm 46 with a beautiful wife, very fortunate, two cute little girls that keep us up every night, and living back in Perham and enjoying our business and family.
It started as a hatchery, and then goes bird feed, and then Tuffy's, the dog food.
Yeah.
Potato chips, and then licorice?
I know.
Or candy?
It's hard to explain. It's really hard to
It
explain.
is interesting business evolution, though.
When my dad graduated from Notre Dame in '63, came home, and they had the hatchery and feed company, and we were using some of the ingredients. We have good relationships with the local farmers. Let's make dog food. So we did that. Dad loaded up a truck of 2 tons of dog food. He would refuse to come home with any of it at the end of the day. So I always laugh about the food got cheaper as the day went on, right? Because he was gonna sell it. When we sold Tuffy's Pet Foods initially, my grandpa retired and had good relationships with local growers, potato growers, and started buying potatoes and making potato chips. And then my dad in the mid-'80s said, I want to do licorice. You know, he always loved licorice. He was 5 years old. His mom went down to Minneapolis, and he'd always say, don't forget to buy, licorice. There wasn't a big grand scheme to all this. It was things we wanted to do. It was relationships we had, and there was that opportunity, and we're going to do licorice and candy.
I think that piece is interesting when you think of how health conscious our society is becoming or trying to become, right?
Sure, right.
So when you're selling candy, I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
We always recommend moderation, right? That's the biggest thing. I mean, everybody needs a treat. Everybody wants a treat. We're not recommending somebody eat, 12 bags a day. We want, if somebody's going to have a treat, we would love it to be ours,
Absolutely.
But we're also looking at how do we make healthier treats, right? That are still addressing that sweet tooth and so forth. So we're looking at organic and some of those different things. And, where we try to be a healthy family, we're a healthy company. We make candy, we hope you enjoy it, but do so in moderation. So, yeah.
So, and you're working on some new flavors right now?
So we're developing some things and sampling every day. And again, it's a dozen people sitting in a room with a closed door, taste testing and hoping we have something. And our Wiley Wallaby brand is a good item for us, and need to continue to grow it. But we also, again, we're missing a segment right now, and that's that organic piece, lower sugar piece, and natural color, natural flavor, and all of those things. And
do you have a favorite flavor?
I like our red. I mean, I'm just kind of a basic guy from that standpoint. But again, we've got some mixed berries and tropical items. And
well, I know you brought some samples today.
Yeah. Yes.
So this one's your favorite, right?
That is my
The
favorite.
red.
It's a good item for us. And again, I've had a lot of this, but it's still a product where I open the bag and I kind of can't stop eating it. We hear that about, right? I open the bag. So I'll open the bag, I'll eat some, I'll seal it up, set it down, reach for it, open the bag, set it further away in the car if I'm driving the car. I have to open the bag, take some, seal it, and throw it as far in the back seat, knowing so that I can't get to it, right?
I think I've had every flavor here, but I know you're working on some new flavors,
We
right?
are.
The organic.
Just the health conscious piece of it, right?
Yeah.
We're always trying to think of what are people looking for next, and organic, remains a buzzword and a growth area and a focus for people, and that's where we're at.
So is this out? You're selling this now?
No, we're
or
not
this...
selling it yet. This is honestly,
So no one's tried. Not a lot of people outside the company have tried this.
We did taste testing last week with 20 of us in a locked door. So this is this is not available yet. We're showing it next week at a really big show in Chicago, and we've got some interest. But I mean, this is not you can't go down the street and grab this yet. So we have a mixed berry, and I believe a strawberry, and a tropical. We need to have at least a handful of items to present to a retailer. These are 3 of them that have shown pretty good results so far.
I'm gonna try it. What is this? A strawberry?
Yeah, I think it's a strawberry. This item right
I'm
here.
a big licorice critic, you know.
Okay, no, that's fair. And this has been an item that has gotten good reviews. It's kind of a tropical item, so.
I would never guess. It's organic. I mean, it tastes like your other product, or how is it different?
It can be a challenge sometimes to really get product flavor to pop with organic sometimes. So people have to enjoy eating, and we've talked about it. You can have a product, but if people don't buy a second bag, you don't have a business. So
I thought it would be fun to take us both outside our element a little bit. I think oftentimes in business we're pretty serious, right?
In, yeah.
So I think about, you know, what you like to do for fun, and I'm interested in just learning more about you. But
Sure.
I thought we would incorporate a version of taste testing. Have you heard of this jelly bean game?
I have heard of it. I have not played it.
As I was, you know, preparing for our coffee conversation, I was thinking about taste testing and your whole process to this, and I thought about this jelly bean game.
Yep.
And I am nervous because I did look at the flavors before this morning.
Okay.
So I have no idea what colors anything are, but I think there's like a little.
So you haven't cheated?
No, I have not cheated. I think I'll let you go first.
Okay.
And you know, we'll see where we land. And
So I landed on either lime or lawn clippings.
okay, I feel like that's a good place to start.
Yeah, I've often wondered about this game is who did the taste testing originally? You know, who said, okay, what does lawn clippings actually taste like? So somebody's eating grass to ultimately decide this, okay? Or this is lime. I got lawn clippings.
This is definitely not lime.
You got
I taste flowers.
your coworkers might have set us both up here a little bit. Wow, not as bad as I thought. But I almost get a dirt taste in there too, right? Wow.
There's a little grit. So your rookie card on eBay, it's
Oh my God.
it's
Facebook college, yeah.
$199. What do you think about the price on that?
Is
that high or low?
That's really high. That thing's worth the paper that's printed on.
I
right
just
now.
love this.
That's college.
This is college?
Yeah, college. I think freshman.
Oh,
year.
we've
And
got
that's
two.
okay. That's in the minors there. Yeah, both worth the paper that are printed on right now.
You still stay active? Play on any
No,
leagues or anything?
no, I don't. If I get 4 hours, I go golf, and of course, young family now means everything right now. So,
All right, well, let me give it a shot here. Chocolate pudding or canned dog food.
That's
This
ironic.
is so ironic.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I'm obviously it's you get to go first, and we make dog food, but I don't know.
You should have brought samples of that. Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna finish this.
Oh, chocolate. Is it bad? Oh my God.
Oh God.
My chocolate was pretty good.
It's like stuck in my teeth.
Oh man.
That is really disgusting. I'm gonna have one of these as a
Backup?
after. Yep. What do you call it? Chaser.
Chaser.
A chaser
Yeah,
to this.
exactly.
Tropical and dog food mixed is not a flavor I would recommend.
You gotta wonder, somebody had to eat a bunch of canned dog food to determine what they're targeting there. So they must have done a pretty good job.
So tell me something about yourself that nobody knows, or that most people don't know.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm in college, sitting around a pool with my mother, who had made a trip to a baseball series. There were some male friends and female friends sitting around talking, and somebody said, "How did Charlie get his name?" To my mom. My knowledge was that I was named after a great uncle, and which I certainly was to some degree. And she goes, "Yeah, there's a great uncle named Charlie. He was a good guy, and we like that name." She says, "You know, also Charlie was conceived around the time that Tuffy's Pet Foods was sold originally in 1971, and it was sold to Heinz, Starkist, and Starkist Tuna has Charlie the Tuna." First I'd ever heard of this is my mom telling this to my dearest friends, that a small part of why I was named Charles is from Charlie the Tuna, right?
That's awesome.
So yeah,
Okay, it's your spin.
okay, all right. Here we go.
Oh God. Dead fish?
Oh my God, strawberry
This
banana
might be the
smoothie
last one.
or dead fish. Yeah, I think that.
This one?
Okay, so where's the other one then? Right here?
Yeah. It was the vomit one.
I got dead fish. It is unbelievably bad. Oh my God. I had to eat it. Wow, that was bad. You guys, that was bad. Oh my gosh. can't believe. Wow.
It was rotten. I'm gonna do another chaser.
You don't. All I can see is that fish on the sand on the beach. You know, I had to go down on all fours and take a bite. Oh my God. This game's successful, huh? Interesting.
Is it inspiring you in any way?
No, not really. No, we just want to make good tasting stuff, I think.
Tell me 2 things you have to do every day. It's routine, it's habit.
My girls are always awake when I leave for work. So I always make sure and give them kisses and hugs. I mean, the typical stuff, but I can't imagine leaving the house. I mean, I'm actually trying to be really quiet so that I can kind of sneak out of the house, you know, and let my wife and little girls sleep a little bit. I find myself actually kind of making a little extra noise before I leave, just so that they actually kind of get up on their own, so I can still get that hug and kiss. The other thing I do, the first thing I do when I sit down at my desk at work, I grab a calendar and it's got all of our office personnel's birthdays on it, whether it be Kenny's or Tuffy's or KLN. If they have a birthday, I reach out to them in an email and just say happy birthday. Thanks for what you do, lucky to have you. It takes 5 minutes, and it's kind of nice to just reach out and say happy birthday. So that's
awesome.
Kind of a way to try to stay connected and stuff.
Well, I have one more round in me, but that's
You
probably
really have
it.
one more?
And since you're the guest, I would like
Really
you
want me to spin again? Interesting. Coconut or spoiled milk? We should be able to do that
okay,
one.
okay.
So that's the white one. Like that one. These.
I don't know this one.
Oh my God, spoiled milk. It is unbelievable how bad that is, and yet I've tasted that before, which tells me that I was a bachelor for a few years.
So I grabbed the wrong one. Mine's buttered popcorn, which I used to hate until I played this game. And I actually enjoy this one. I actually enjoy buttered popcorn.
That was bad. Spoiled milk. That, again, it's kind of sad that I know what that tastes like, because I've reached in many a time and grabbed milk after. Wow, that was interesting.
Well, I just want to thank you, Charlie, for spending some time this morning, having a cup of coffee. This is a new format for us, so we wanted to try something new and fun, and I appreciate you just being here today.
I appreciate that, and we're not a company that's always found on TV, or so it's nice to tell the story and stuff. But honestly, it was fun to hear your story offset as well a little bit, and your guys' success, and it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.